Good morning. Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Friday sketch session. Today is Friday, April 11th, 2025. And I'm a little out of breath because I walked here and I walked fast. Because I don't know if I'm capable of walking slow. I don't know what I have. Where was I going with that? We'll never know. Let me flip to my overhead camera though. Here we go. Scooch some things around. Maybe this should be over here to the side. I was playing with lettering stuff yesterday, getting ready for the watercolor lettering class, or class session. We're going to be doing projects. Yes, today we are doing watercolor lettering projects, which is so fun. We're going to be doing kind of mini projects, so they're not going to be like as full, intense. I have a sneeze coming. Okay. All right. My brain's back online. We have we're going to be doing 3 smaller little kind of practice projects. So not necessarily going to be making them like the fullest, grandest version of themselves, but they're still going to be very cool. All right, let's see really quick. Wait a second. We have a little bit of a gummed up bit of watercolor on the edge here. Let me maybe just grab a little. Come on now. Get a little bit of this water here. It's sticky. It's like just the gum arabic, I think. The binder that holds watercolors together. We just kind of try to take the edge off of it a little bit. Yep. All right. There we go. Cool. Anywho, what is today's assignment? Today is fox and wolf and bamboo. No, I gotta be honest, I have not been thinking about it. I don't know. I don't have like a plan. I do know I need to get a little bit of the underside there. Okay. Well, let me set this somewhere where it won't get gross. That'll do. Here, wait. We don't need both sides of the paper. Morning, Ellen. And Gesundheit. Thank you. Good morning, Bobby. Okay, yeah, there we go. This works. This is nice. Let me fold up my nice little rag here. There we go. All right. Fox and a wolf and bamboo. I gotta say, I don't have something planned. I'm really stumped on this one. So, grab my trusty Pentel pocket brush pen. All right, let me think about this for a second. Fox and bamboo. Let's see. What does old Pinterest have to say about this? Let me just look up. Oh, you know what? No, I have an idea. It's happening. Okay. Let's do this. All right. Bit of yellow. If I were doing true proper bamboo, I would need a little bit of brown to kind of make it a tan color, but I don't care. That is not my biggest concern. So I said I was going to use the Pentel, but actually I need a slightly larger brush for this first bit. Figured I'm going to try doing kind of a full panel like I did on this page yesterday. Maybe an even bigger brush would have been wise, but I'm committed. We're doing this now. Bobby, that is such a cute visual that you just described. Fox in a kimono making buns in a bamboo steamer. That is so cute. So actually, I'm when I think of bamboo, my first thought is kind of just like the same general thought that everyone thinks of. They just think of like it's bamboo, it's just material. Might think of the shape or the color, but I have a photograph that John and I took. I think this one was one of my photos when we were in Australia in the Sydney Botanical Gardens, and it's actually right over here, right next to me. While that's drying, I'm going to show you. This is a photo of the bamboo there when we were looking because it had all this graffiti on it, and I thought it was so cool. So I got this really nice photo of it, and this is just kind of always what I think of when I think of bamboo. Now I think of this photograph. I don't know why I'm calling it a photograph, but yeah, just kind of a cool thing. Good morning, Darren. Glad you could make it. All right, I'm going to hit the heat tool here. But yeah, as for the bamboo, that photo, like I'm usually pretty irritated whenever I see graffiti in like natural places, and I mean more like hiking. Sometimes you'll go hiking, and there's a place not too far from here called Turkey Run that has tons of people's graffiti etched into the cliffs and the canyons and the gullies and stuff, and I hate that. But it's also so human nature. Like people have been graffitiing things since the Roman Empire, since before the Roman Empire. Um, but I'm okay with it. I'm strangely okay with it on bamboo just because it's so fast growing. It's so transient. Transient, you know what I mean? It's not necessarily going to be there forever. Just drawing a little fox down here. Okay, that's enough of that. Now, I'll use my little pentel here. Hmm. Oh, whoops. I totally didn't mean to paint all the way through. I meant to leave some spaces for the bamboo. Just there you go. Got tissue here. Okay, let me see how I'm going to do this. Seeing if I can negative paint in the tiny window of time that we have here. I've certainly never done it this fast before, but maybe. Gotta take a moment to figure out where our perspective is. Hmm. Okay. I'm gonna grab a clamp or a clip for this because it is bending too much. Although that's gonna be so in my way. Okay, I gotta wrap up on the whole bamboo idea soon. So I can get to drawing my fox. That looks fairly bambooish. I'll go ahead and leave it there. Then I'm going to grab my colored pencils. And I'm going to embellish this fox. Ooh, I think I have another sneeze coming. Maybe not. Hmm. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that I was able to pull off the bamboo as well as I did in this amount of time. I thought it was just going to look vague. Thank you, Daring. All right, it is hitting that time now, 9:30. I'm going to take another minute to just kind of finish up the last little bits of what I was doing. Okay, maybe a little bit of a shadow here. Okay, I am very happy with this. This turned out a lot better than I expected. I did not know if I was going to be able to complete something with like a background, but here we are. I got 2 pages in a row of like full full piece, like little paintings, backgrounds, and everything. Wow. All right. That is that. I am tickled pink by this. Don't forget that we have a lettering Q&A happening at 11 o'clock this morning. Then at 2 o'clock, we are doing the watercolor lettering mini projects. 3 mini projects. It's going to be so much fun. Lots of learning by doing today. Thank you, Daring. I appreciate it. All right, I'm going to go ahead, head off. It was great hanging out with you all this morning. It was fun, and I look forward to doing it tomorrow for our final piece, which is going to be Wildcat with Thorny Plant. So I'm going to start noodling on that now. All right, folks, I'll hope to see you later in one of the classes or sessions, but if I don't, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.